This is the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2, the world's most popular recording interface. And guitar players around the world have proven one thing, that they're too stupid to use it! Now the sad thing is guitar players are usually the smart ones in the band. If we look at an IQ bell curve, we can see that the average IQ is 100, 97 if you're in America. But what these charts never tell you is that while the guitar player might be at 83, the vocalist is about 75, the drummer is at 70, and the bass player, well, he is doing his absolute best here, and he's coming in at a whopping 62. Now, how can we tell this? It's simple. Basic things that most people grasp are beyond the understanding of most musicians. Like, show up to the studio on time. Don't put your beer on the $100,000 mixing console from England that will take weeks to get replacement parts for. And most importantly, don't clip your DI signal, you stupid fox! Now that third one happens way more than it should. You would think that with the countless tutorials available for free on YouTube, guitar players might try typing something into that search bar like, what's the proper way to record my guitar? Or, why does my guitar sound like shit? Or, why do I keep getting this crackling sound? But no, that never happens, and there's two reasons for that. Number one, musicians are fucking lazy. And number two, you can't fill a cup that's already full. And guitar players already know everything. Need evidence? Read this video's comments. Now to all you guitar players out there, it is time to put down the bong and pay attention. I've got a helpful little hint for you. When you plug your guitar in to record and you get a red light on your recording channel, that is bad. You need to turn your input down. But my guitar sounds better when it's louder. Yes, we know. This is why guitar players, despite all the fucking great information out there, ignore helpful advice and continue to do their very best to fuck up their own tracks. Clearly, this idea is just a little too difficult for most musicians to comprehend. And most of them, they're guitar players. The bass players, well, they spent all the money they had for an instrument cable on weed, so let's not worry too much about them. But how? How the hell do we get musicians to record at home and not clip the input? Now, my friends at Lewitt will never admit this, but I have a sneaky suspicion that they have little confidence in musicians either, and they fixed the problem. We got it out of the box, and I gotta say, it's a lot lighter than I thought it was gonna be. It's a lot smaller than I thought it was gonna be. Ask your girlfriend about that. I'm sure she said that to herself several times. Anyway, let's just take a real quick look here. Seems to be these are all touch controls, and these are gonna light up. We're gonna take a look at that in a few minutes. On the back here, they've got all kinds of pictograms, you know, one for the microphone, the guitar-shaped one for the guitar, in case you guys couldn't figure it out. 48 volts, that's your phantom power. And this is very impressive here. We've got two headphone outs because they know they're dealing with musicians, and you guys are forever losing these freaking things. This is a headphone adapter. How many times have you gone to record something, went to plug your headphones in, and it's like, oh shit, I don't have one of these? What this means is you're never, ever, ever going to be without headphones because it'll work with both types. How freaking amazing is that? Boy, somebody in Lewitt's design department really knows their customer. Now, even though I've got this amazing Neve Genesis Black console here, I don't spend all my time in the studio. In fact, a couple days from shooting this, I'm going to be going on a month-long trip around the world. Most of it's going to be spent in Asia. In fact, by this time this episode goes live, I should be in Germany and I'll be wrapping it up. But point being is, I need something to be able to throw in my travel bag that'll work as not only as a mix platform, but as a recording platform as well, just in case I need to track something along the way. I think this thing really fits the bill, so let's set up a little portable recording rig and see what we can do. All right, so I'm at the desktop here. I was going to shoot this outside, but the weather decided to not cooperate, so here we are. What I've got here is my laptop, I got the Lewitt Connect, and I've got the brand new Kali LP UNF monitors, the little guys here. These are fantastic. The bass coming off these things is phenomenal. I just had Spotify going to test it out and cranking up some Rage Against the Machine, Renegades of Funk. What a track. But I'm on the on-camera mic here. So first thing I want to do is I want to go into my Lewitt Connect menu, and let's hit on the microphone here. Let's hit auto setup. And wow, look at this. Guided walkthrough of all the settings, 45 seconds. So let's kick on microphone here. 48 volts on, low cut off, And let's start talking. And of course, I've got the brand new Lewitt Ray microphone here. And we're going to kick this on in just a second and see how freaking awesome this is. Smooth, high-end, rich body, open, lively sound. Oh, let's go warm. Why not? Raw signal processor layer. Oh, let's turn the compressor on and denoiser on as well. And we got to be quiet here for 5 seconds. We're going to let it do its measurement thing. And clip guard on as well in case I get a little shouty. And finish. Let's see what we get. Do we have anything? Do we have audio? Right, I had the auto mute function set up on the Ray here. Now, if you haven't seen that video yet, check it out because it's really cool, especially if you're doing a lot of voiceover work and you're doing explainer videos and you got audio playback going because you just lean away from the microphone and it automatically mutes. How cool is that? But the great thing about the Ray is, it automatically adjusts your gain and your proximity effect the further you get away from the microphone. How freaking cool is that? Oh, look at that. So we get a gain level here, we get a gain level here, we see how much compression we're getting. Let me just reset that meter there. Let's see if I, if I get shouty here, is it going to clip? Is this thing gonna clip? It's still gonna clip just a little bit, yeah, but then again, I'm probably louder than a lot of people, so let me get right up close on this thing and talk real loud. Okay, but if I scream bloody murder! From a distance, it's not too bad. Great, wow, so the clipping thing actually does work pretty well, and the compressor thing, I'm sure, is doing really well. Comboed up with this amazing automatic gain measurement going on with the Lewitt Ray, I'm sure this is gonna be a pretty wicked combination. Gotta say, it doesn't take up a lot of desk space. I really like that. And if you're in the market for new monitors, definitely recommend Cali's. I've been a fan of the LP6s forever, but these new little LP UNFs, they're just designed to fit on your desktop at like arm's length. I am just absolutely blown away by how much bottom end these little guys kick out. They're loud, dude, they got tons of bottom end, they're clean, and they are very, very, very revealing. And that's what you want in a monitor, is something that's not going to lie to you. Go, oh, your stuff sounds awesome. Then you bring it outside and listen to it and it sounds like crap. These things actually do the thing. So that's really cool. So yeah, I got to say, I'm pretty impressed with the whole compressor denoise thing. So if you've got a noisy environment or you got fans going or anything like that, that's just going to kill it dead. If you combine that with the Ray's auto mute feature, damn, this is just like an ultimate 1-2 combo. I wonder if Lewitt's going to sell these as a combination down the road at some point. Might be pretty damn cool. The other thing is, with a small setup like this, I would recommend trying to go outside to mix because you won't have any reflections to interfere with what you're hearing. It might be a really cool way to do it. I'd love to do it in the morning tomorrow, but it's supposed to rain all day, so it's like, son of a bitch. Now, the great thing about the Ray is they didn't make it complicated with a bunch of big words to confuse the musicians. They know their audience, they know who they're working with, so they got pictograms instead. So you got different level controls for your speakers, your headphones, you got a big mute button, even lights up red. Apparently these are customizable. The color codes here, how do we do this? Let's do the icons. Let's turn the icons to a different color. Let's go blue. Oh, how freaking cool is that? That's pretty sick, guys. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. I like that right there. So yeah, pretty intuitive controls. You'd have to be pretty clueless to fuck this up, but hey, I've never underestimated the musician's ability to fuck up basic technology. It's kind of been the running theme of this show, to be honest. All right, now this is the important part, guys. This is why we're here. So many of you guys have sent me tracks to mix, and the direct input tracks, what you plugged into your Focusrite 2i2s and all the other interfaces that you guys buy, they look like a freaking war zone. They look like they've been steamrolled, they've been pancaked, they've been utterly fucking annihilated, and I am left picking up the pieces of your brilliant recording job. Don't even get me started on the out of tune strings ringing. Oh god. No, let's just at least try and get the basic part down. So please freaking pay attention. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hit the auto setup and we're gonna do guitar this time. Real simple stuff, no low cut. Low cut is off, pay attention, this is what we need. Okay, so perform for 10 seconds. Here we go. I just gotta hit as hard as I can for 10 whole seconds. Okay, we want that unparalleled clarity. So we want clean, compressor off, because we want to capture the performance, not the compression, and denoise off. And then clip guard on. Again, this will save us a lot of trouble in post when somebody goes to mix your tracks or reamp them or whatever. And here we go, we actually got it. That actually does it. That works really well. And to my knowledge, it does seem to be, is it clipping? Good. Is it actually clipping? It is actually clipping. What's going on? I thought clip guard. Okay. This is a pre-release. So I think I'm going to have to give it a bit of shit here for this. Where is the damn clip guard? Activate clip guard. Yeah. See if we can get this quiet enough. Now, a big problem with a lot of smaller recording interfaces, especially some of the earlier Focusrite ones, was that you just could not get the inputs quiet enough. Bear in mind, I am shooting this about a month before the video is going to be released, so there is a very good chance this will be fixed by the time this video goes live. In fact, I'm going to email them first thing tomorrow morning and say, hey, fix your shit, Lewitt. We're still clipping on the guitar input a little bit. The clip guard is not guarding the clips, and that's what it needs to do. You know, and this is the thing, it doesn't matter who it is, it doesn't matter how good of friends they are to me. One of the hardest things I ever had to do was when I reviewed the Neve 88M 2-channel interface. Beautiful interface. I said, guys, you got to put a pad on the DI because the guitars are just too hot, it's clipping. Yeah, I imagine they weren't too happy about that. But hey, I'm here for the benefit of the viewers, not so much the companies. The Lewitt people are amazing though. They're making amazing stuff that should solve a lot of common problems, actually. Can't wait to see the final firmware on this. I'm sure it's going to be absolutely amazing. But enough my yakking, let's get to the bottom line. So just looking at the two here, look at this. It's like, this is actually smaller. Yeah, that's what she said. Seriously though, this isn't bad. The only downside I can see to this is that it can't do 2 mics at the same time, but most people are only gonna need one and a separate guitar input. This one fits the bill. At only 199 bucks, it's got a lot of features you're not gonna find elsewhere, like noise reduction, compression, and clip prevention. In musician speak, make sound gooder. Now to me, it seems that Lewitt realized most musicians can't be bothered to even learn the most basic sound engineering. So they gave up hoping for a miracle and just made it easy. Actually fucking smaller. Look at that. That's a lot smaller. That's what she said. Let's do that one more time.